Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have Jacob Does a Thing with Mega Man The Wily Wars happening right now. So make sure you folks don't go anywhere because this run is going to be amazing. Jacob, whenever you're ready, buddy, give us that 3, 2, 1 countdown and take it away.
Alright. Before we start, I'm going to give a little rundown of this game if you haven't seen it before. You should have seen it. Strizer ran this back in 2018, stole the console record for it at Game Over Cancer at 2018. That was amazing. I doubt that's going to happen again with the emulator category here, but we are sure as hell going to try. But basically what this is, it's Mega Man The Wily Wars, or Rockman Mega World, known in Japan. It was a Genesis remake of Mega Man 1 through 3, but with a slight mini-game at the end that you get to play once you beat L3. It was never released here in North America until recently, where Limited Run Games produced a physical collector's cartridge for it. It's amazing. It runs a little bit faster than standard console or emulator, so got some differences there, but other than that, there's not really much else to talk about. So, also, towards the end, typically Mega 2, Mega 3 commentary gets a little stale, so I apologize for that. Also, it's going to be late at night for me over here in the East Coast, so, yeah, if I start acting rather bad, it's probably because I'm just tired. So, without further ado, we'll get into Mega 1, and we'll start off in 3, 2, 1, go. So, we're going to start off with Gutsman here, because a special little quirk of this game is that we can't really zip right, we can only zip left, which makes Magna Beam skip impossible for us currently, so, yeah. So we're just gonna start off with Gutsman, pretty easy. A lot of noticeable things are different. The graphics are certainly better, the music is definitely better. We will just go on doing our standard Mega Man things, jumping and shooting our lemons. Now, unfortunately, this is a very laggy game. We'll be trying to reduce the amount of lemons we shoot because it causes more lag than anything. Now there's a glitch that we will be abusing throughout this entire game, which is the pause trick. Which is when you take damage, then pause, it will negate your knockback, which allows us to go faster. So, still, Gutsman, pretty easy. A lot better. Ouch, never mind. And they're not better when you're stupid, but they're a lot easier to avoid. Now, Mega Man moves significantly faster than he normally would in NES games. At least it feels like it, I'm not quite sure. I definitely know he climbs the ladders faster, but off to Gutsman here. He is an RNG mess. We want him to sort of advance on us, but not really, because if he advances too far on us, we are just going to cry in a corner as we slowly die. But I'm gonna try and not let that happen. There is no pause trick. Well, yes, we have 2 start buttons. We can't really do much with them. We can only open our menu. How I'm using it right now, since I'm running an emulator, I can use whatever controller I like. So I'm using a Super Nintendo controller. Now, if you're using a 3-button Genesis controller, I believe it was A to open your menu, B to shoot, and C to jump. So I have it set up so I have Y to shoot, B to jump, and then actually my R button as a C button to open the menu, which is very convenient because instead of moving your thumb over from shoot to the start button, you can just easily smack your pointer finger on the R button, open the menu, which makes things a lot easier. So we're off here in Gutsman stage. We have a lot of significant differences. Mainly, to point out, spikes don't kill you when you're in invincibility frames. So, that's good. Also, corner jumps are significantly easier when you can hit them. Because Mega has this little quirk in this game that half his body can jump through any block. I'll try and demonstrate when we get the Iceman with the Yoku blocks, which it just makes things a lot easier. The corner jumps come more easily, and it's just a way better time. But with all these movement differences that are better, we also have the movement differences for the worst. Whenever Mega is stopped standing still, if you hold whatever direction you're going, left or right, he will take a step and then start running, not just immediately start running. So we always want to try and be running as much as possible to try and negate that little step. Now, there's a nice little damage boost we did to go across those spikes, not that there. So we got Cutman. Another notable thing about this game is that weaknesses are quite drastically different, specifically Buster weaknesses. So, the most prominent example here is Cutman. We want to hit him with both blocks, because if we don't hit him with both blocks, we're a little bit screwed, because Buster only does 1 damage to him. But I still got through him rather easily. Thank God we didn't miss any blocks. Happy about that. Another difference that is also both a blessing and a curse is the regrab system. The regrab system is something that happens when you fall off a platform, but then, so like, let's say you're going left off of a platform, then you immediately press right. Mega will clip back onto the top of that platform. Now, that can save us a lot and make us not die, but as we'll see in Quickman stage probably, we'll get regrabbed back in the platform from trying to hug the wall and just die to death lasers. Which is not something we want to happen, because death lasers hurt. Ouch. So we're just gonna go here. This is a good example of Mega's climbing speed being drastically faster than Mega 1. You can outrun these Thunder Eye thingies. I don't know, I haven't read the manual for Mega 1 quite a bit. So as you saw there, I kind of jumped halfway through the Yoku block and was able to make it up. There we jump. I'm being a little bit careful here, because this game, it's a love-hate relationship. It can absolutely destroy you when it feels like, but sometimes it's nice, and that's what we're hoping for here. Nope. If you're fast enough and get a high enough jump, you can avoid that piece of lightning and get up faster. And despite all this damage that I'm taking, surprisingly, we want as much health as possible to get through Elecman, because Elecman's mean and he hurts, and we don't like him. Without a select button, we are futile and useless, but we'll try our best to get through, because we're just a little Mega Boy here. You can go through here using our Magnet Beam. Most recently acquired. Magnet Beam is still pretty good. Not as good as NES Mega 1 Magnet Beam, but still rather good. It can only extend out to a certain amount, but we're going to actually use it in 3 bursts here, because if we do it any longer, it lasts less of a time, and it also creates a lot of lag, which we're trying to not create here. But funny enough, Mega Man 3 is the least laggiest game in this collection, which is ironic, because Mega 3 is known as the most laggiest NES Mega. So I'm going to take it safe here a little bit and not damage boost through these Thunder Beams, because we need to save as much health as we can for Elecman himself, just in case he wants to be a jerk. Bros of knows that if you're going to get hit by Elec, get hit by his body, not his Thunder Beams, because they hurt. That's why. Elecman's Thunder Beams can kill you in 3 hits, which is something. So, yeah. But now that we're full health, we can take damage boost. Thunder Beams. And also fail a menu 3 times. That's fine. It's a marathon. At least we can't get jailed. That's a good thing. Better die than a soft lock. Unfortunately, I wasted that good pattern of Elec for an example, but it's fine. We want Elecman to cower in fear in a corner as we slowly take him down with Rolling Cutter, but yeah, it's fine. Off to Iceman we go, and we'll see our good old pal, buddy old friends, the Penguins and the RNG platforms of death. One thing this game also introduced, which we may or may not see later on if we somehow get soft locked in Flashman. That did happen once, it was not a fun experience. So another good thing about the Buster, other than it being slow and laggy, is that it has a ginormous hitbox, and it's pretty cool. It can take out almost anything, which ginormous hitbox. It's not too big, but still pretty big. So, makes it easier for hitting enemies. Also, if you don't like mashing, I think this game's for you because you physically cannot mash. There is a set delay between lemon shots, and it is physically impossible to shoot out 3 lemons in the air at the same velocity, at the same height while jumping. It is literally impossible. You can get 2 out, but not 3. RNG platforms with death buddies here, you can just walk on past them. They are slightly fixed. They aren't as much RNG platforms of death here as they are in NES Mega 1, but they still hurt. They're not as stupid and can hit you while you're on top of them, but there's still RNG in their movement, so we don't like that, so we're just going to zoom through it, take a damage boost from the big eye, and we'll keep it going our way. So here we have the Hall of Penguins. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Shoot them for some extra health. 1-up. Poggers. Mega Man 5 reference. We'll be seeing that later today. But Door Penguin. Jump over him, don't want to get smacked. Iceman. It's Iceman. He's an ice climber. They should have made Iceman a skin for ice climbers in Smash Ultimate, but it's fine. So now, you go over to Fireman. Now, let me tell you a little something about the Magnet Beam. The Magnet Beam can be used for zips. And you want to know why? Because of ladders. Ladders have no theoretical height limit to them, so we can just keep on going upwards and upwards as long as we have Magnet Beam, or God mode powers, as in Wily Wars Game Genie code on Europe. So, but if you use the Magnet Beam to go off screen and grab a ladder, you can go up multiple screens at once. So I'm gonna try and do here. Probably not gonna happen because these zips are they're a lot harder than you think, because you have to control Mega and place the Magnet Beams off screen. It's pretty hard. Alright. So I'm not gonna go for it there because it's risky and it loses a little bit of time, but we are supposed to end up on this screen below where these drops are, and we are supposed to zip left and go use our Magnet Beam to get up. That was the plan. Did not execute though because it's still really hard, and if we could have a practice hack that told us where we are, that'd be amazing, but I don't know if it's possible. I pray and hope it is, because God, I suck at off-screen zips. Now, off-screen zips aren't the only type of zip. We do have single-screen zips that last skip things, which we'll see in Hardman once we get there. It used to be the only RTA known, RTA viable zip, but we found a couple. That Fireman one that I went for there I actually found thanks to the help of the community, and I developed, and I kind of took a break for this game for a good solid like month before this. So in a frantic scramble, I grinded this past week trying to de-rust frantically, to be honest, because the magic powers of procrastination and ADHD forced me to, so yay. So, you can just casually walk through these guys now. Something else that is drastically different is Fireman's actually fair. He doesn't just spam you with firestorms. He actually has a readable attack pattern. He shoots one, the flame on the bottom spawns where you were last previously standing. He doesn't just spam you and murder you. Thank God. Now we're off to Bomb Man. Bomb Man is also a little bit different to him. He kind of got nerfed a little bit, but that's fine. We just use it to our advantage. Let's not go to Iceman. Thank you. Got some more fleas here. Just gonna try and go through them, because we want to save our menu for later. For these guys. We're going to switch to ice for Sniper Joes later in the level, as I'm sure you know. And no, they are not nerfed. They are still horrible, fast, and stupid, and unfair as they are in NES Mega 1, unfortunately. and they're actually even more powerful because their shields can actually deflect Ice Slasher. We're just gonna jump off him. You can still do the trick where you freeze those guys and scroll them off screen and they don't spawn, which is good. We're going, scrolling through Bomb Man. Nothing really too interesting here. No fancy zips, because our disability of only being able to zip left is quite bad. This man can't zip anymore, which is sad. The best part of Mega 1. Smack you with quick fire. He's coming through the door with us, and he's gone. Bomb Man probably took care of him. So, let me tell you about Bomb Man's power. Bomb Man, his bombs only deal 1 damage to you, so if we need to get hit by anything, we're getting hit by the bomb. Because Bomb Man himself does still do a little bit of damage. That's gold bomb. Sorry you can't see it, but I did get a gold. So, now we're off to the Dr. Wily stages. Pretty good, pretty good. Wily 1, this is my favorite version of the track released. Cover your ears, you're gonna hear this sound a lot tonight. Dr. Wily and his stupid little egg. Off he goes. So welcome to the best song in Mega Man 1. You can't change my mind. Just the style of the Genesis just makes it feel so good. The twang that it gives off is just amazing and I love it. We're just gonna keep going through these big eyes, freezing them. Fortunately, the first one gave us a bad pattern, but that doesn't really matter. We're gonna try and go for the corner jumps here to save some time in the menu. Just got both of them. I'm gonna try and go for the health here. We don't necessarily need it, but it's useful for Yellow Devil. Got it. Thank God. Now I go over to the fleas, smack them. Lex still destroys Guts blocks. There are no ladder screen wraps, because yes, screen wraps still exist in the form of zips, as I was talking about there in Fireman, but we can't do classic Mega 1 jump off screen, grab ladder from the bottom. We're going to want to use 2 fully fledged Magnet Beams here, just to save on ammo, because we do need them a little bit later down the road. Magnet Beam is a little bit finicky here and where it's placed, but it's fine. So, welcome to Yellow Devil. I really hope you like the Mega Man 1 boss theme, because it's the only thing you're going to hear for probably the next 2 minutes, because this fight is long and slow. We're going to try for some double hits, but I doubt we're going to get them, since just like off-screen Magnet Beam jumps, they're pretty hard. This fight is also very laggy, so it makes it even more slower, so yeah, have fun. So basically, to get double hits in Yellow Devil, you have to time and shoot your Thunder Beam at the very right time when he's spawning, so that by the time his eye is just closing, you can fire off another one and get a second hit on. So like that second one, that would have been a little bit too early for a double hit if I hit the first one, but the first one was once again too early. They're very precise and stupid, but welcome to Wily Wars. You kind of gotta get used to it if you want to run this game. This game it's really fun. I definitely recommend it. It's got a lot of advanced strats that you can use. It's just an all-around fun game. I don't really recommend running any percent like I'm doing here, unless you're really prepared for a long run, a long, rough run, because this game is brutal when it comes to any percent. Because this is all 4 games, hence why it's the estimate's 2.5 hours long. Could have been double hit there, but lag ate my input. Feels bad, man. Schmack. Alright, Yellow Devil down. So now we're off to Wily 2. No fancy refight skip, unfortunately. If you haven't noticed already, but this is a rather clean run. Nothing too technical and glitchy about it. You just kind of gotta learn to use the pause button a lot. It's your best friend throughout the entire game. So, like I said, Cutman only takes 1 damage from Buster, so we're actually going to use Firestorm here, which we want to try and conserve as much as possible, because we need as much for Copy Robot, because he's still annoying. Well, he's more annoying than NES Mega, because he has a quirk to him. There's a certain glitch you could do with NES Copy Robot, where you could just kind of sit in a corner and let him, and just shoot him, and he'll die. But in this game, he randomly jumps, so he has a chance to jump at you. And we don't want that. So we're gonna try and go get him down as fast as possible. Electman here, I hope he's gonna just jump in a corner. Thank God he does. Thanks Elect for being a bro. More bombs. Don't ask me why they named these things these. I mean, Susie's, you all thought they were Susie's. No, they're actually called octopus batteries, according to the Mega Man 1 manual. These guys, they're called octopus batteries. I don't know why, they just are. I'm getting showered with one-ups. I think I'm stealing another one-up from Mega Man 5 tonight. Sorry, Treble. Fortunately, I didn't get any drops for Firestorm here, so we're gonna have to deal with half a bar of fire, and we might have to switch to ice if we get there. Copy Robot's a pain, it does get confusing. Still just kind of jump and shoot. Hit him with the shield as much as possible. Alright, still got him. A little bit worried there, but we still got him, so we're still chilling, we're big chilling. Off to Wily 3. Once again, there's no zip, so we have to take the Walk of Shame, but we can redeem ourselves because we can get Ooh Baby a triple with 1 singular block. No dupes needed here, no dupes exist here because we don't have them, but one special quirk about the Gutsman blocks here. They don't break when they hit the boss, they only break when they hit a wall. So, and since these guys spawn faster, if we get a spawn, the most preferable spawn, which is left, top, right, we can get a quadruple kill with 1 block. And that's what we want. Thankfully, they said, screw it, we'll make Mega's walking speed faster here so they don't have to block for 7 years to get there. Oh no, it's Bubble Man! Double. Single. Double. Alright. Still pretty good. We didn't have to switch to Buster, which is the best thing. It's really all that matters. So now we're off to Wily 4. Once again, no special zips, no refight skip. It's just a clean, cool run. Schmack. Keep going. This also means that I get to take a tour through Dr. Wily's Gutsman action figure collection. Where do you think Dr. Wily got all these copies of Gutsman from? This level. Gutsman. Look at all these Gutsmen. Look at all of them. Dr. Wily sure loves his Gutsmen. Look at all of them. He just keeps coming back to the rubble of this fortress and keeps stealing Gutsman. Turning him to a bunch of other Gutsmen. You got Gutsman, you got Guts Tank, you got Gutsman G. You got a lot of Gutsman. Gutsman is a pretty good boss. I like him. Despite him being an RNG hell, he's still a cool boss. So here we're just gonna kind of sit in the teleport and take hits from bomb because, once again, his bombs only do 1 damage. Smack. Smack. He's down. Oh, Fireman. Don't ask me why ice beats fire. Even the Archie comics admit that is a stupid weakness. I can't handle the temperature. It's too hot for me. Why isn't Fireman weak to your weapon? Fortunately, you can't get a sneaky hit there, so have to take him down at the end. Gutsman can charge you here and scare, and we don't want it. So hopefully he'll just stand there like a dummy. Okay. Getting a little bit sketchy here, Gutsman. Back up. Back up, man. Come on. Stop. I'm trying to save health for Wily Machine. Thank you. Might take a death here. Hopefully not, but we'll see where this goes. There's actually a trick you can do here. I'm gonna take this just in case. Where, if you can do some frame-perfect jumps after the first phase, you can keep shooting the machine itself after this phase is done. Thankfully, Thankfully, they made it so that Wily Machine, both phases are weak to Firestorm. Well, I'm not sure. Dr. Monkey. Maybe it does. I really haven't tested it. Yeah, it's too close. I wasn't close enough to the round to get frame perfect jump, so we'll just take Wily down here, and that's Mega Man 1. So what we're going to want to do here after each game is the reset once the final hit is done, because it saves us watching the ending cutscene and waiting like 70 years for the game to be done. As soon as the final hit is done, we can reset and go off to the next game. So now we're off to Mega Man 2. We're going to start with Airman first. This is a very, very weird route, I'll tell you this. Mega Man 2 is also Rockman 2, of course, but in every single version of this, it is Rockman 2. Doesn't matter if it's European or Japanese, it's always Rockman 2. It's just Airman. You can't beat him. And depending on how low health we are when we enter the fight, we may not be able to beat him. Now, in my personal opinion, this is the worst game of the collection. It's like, I'm still a Mega Man 2 runner, NES. My current PB for Zipless Normal is 3313, and I can get through it pretty fast. But let's take the let's take the item 1 section of Wily 1, right before the dragon when you're climbing upwards. That singular section took me a good solid 45 minutes on my first playthrough of this because of how weird Mega Man's movement was. Just to give you a perspective on how weird the controls are in this game. It's just very weird, but it's lovable and amazing, and I love it. It just has so much charm. There's so much potential for this. It's kind of... They did a good job of what they did, but it's not necessarily perfect. They definitely went for looks first, gameplay second. It's just kind of a wasted cause. And you also have the fact that here, Wily Wars in North America was released on Sega Channel. It quickly died out in like 8 months, so we didn't really get this game, which is sad. We're actually going to avoid Airman's attacks here, surprisingly, but now since he is lower health than us, we can start taking damage. Just get up right on him. And also, since our movement's faster, we can kind of outrun his wind. Smack, and he's dead. So now, this is where the route difference is. No, we don't go to Heat Man. No, this isn't the Zips route. We're going to Crash Man. The route for this category, this game, is Airman, Crash Man, Quick Man, Metal Man, Bubble Man, Flash Man, Heat Man, Wood Man. Very weird and strange, and I don't like it. but I'll have to deal with it. Yeah, Mega Man, I heard you wanted jet singing here. Take it. It's yours now. It can only go in one direction, but just be careful. You can't really stop it once it's going. The only way it can stop it is if it runs out of energy or slam its head first into a wall. Be careful with that. Also, a bad thing about Wily Wars is that they removed the birds. Unfortunately, the birds are gone, and I'm sad about it because birds were the best part of Mega Man 2. Instead of the stars, they were peepees, and they were amazing, and they had to remove it. Insert crash, let's do it here. Missed that item 2 jump, so we're just gonna reset the room instead of waiting for it to go around again. Surprisingly, there's a lot of Crashman slides. Crash, let's do it. Program to fight. Big Chungus. Just to appease Kumba, I'll sing Big Chungus once we get to the next loop. Big Chungus, 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 big Chungus. Smack. We're gonna actually equip air here just to defend ourselves a little bit. Going for this E-Tank because E-Tanks are very vital here. This is like the only game next to Mega Man 7 that you'll see a runner chugging juice boxes. We will chug juice boxes to the very end. They're very near and dear to my heart, and when I dropped them in NES Mega 2 I cried. But now it's a part of the run because it's hard. Crashman takes 3 shots to air. No quick kill because invincibility frames are dumb, but... Yum, smack. Yum, smack, yum, smack. That's Crashman down. So, let me explain to you the Flashman soft lock real quick. So, how this game works in the weapon get teleport animation is that it doesn't start until Mega Man is dead center on the ground and stops for more than like 4 frames. So let's say Flashman's on 1 hit, you jump in the air to avoid his shots, but you also throw a metal blade and it strikes him. Flashman's not going to unfreeze the game because he's gone. He doesn't exist anymore because you brutally murdered him with a saw blade. So, you can't just sit there in a soft-locked state, crying inside for help as time is frozen and nobody's there to help you. I sat there for a good 5 minutes on 1 run just because that happened, just to see if it would unfreeze it. It never did. This is why having, being this a battery-packed game, you can have saves, which is amazing because if you save your game, you can just go back. You can just go back and reload the save and play for the Flashman stage again. It's not that big a deal. Flashman's a pretty short stage. It's rather easy. Kind of just... That's an example of the regrab. I tried to hug the wall, but Mega Man thought it was a good idea to regrab the ledge, so he'd go up and get smacked in the face by Death Laser. Yay. It's a curse and a blessing. It saves you a lot of times, most of the time it just gets you killed. It's one thing you have to be careful about and always keep note of, is you really have to be very, very careful with your regrabs. They can save you a lot of times, and I'll go for the swag in Mega 3 when we get there. You can also let you do stupid stuff like that, which I might show off soon, depending if I find an area to do it. Also, another reason why Wily War, the European version of this, is superior. There's a game G code that allows you to slide in all 4 games, which is amazing, but for the purpose of being fast and not having to deal with PAL, you have to play on Rockman Mega World, which unfortunately doesn't have the God Mode code or the slide code, which is sad, but it's what we have to deal with. a quick man down, we're going off the Metal Man. We get our pink trousers on, and we're gonna go throw some boomerangs at Dentist. Very rude of Mega Man, to be honest, but gotta do what we gotta do. So, for the sake of safety, I always do this, we're grabbing the juice box here, because we get really beaten up at the end of this section, because we're just gonna tank damage from these crushers here. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a lot of hits from the drills. Because we're weak and we don't have a weapon to efficiently destroy them, so we're just gonna go through them. Also, another thing about the walking, the taking one step and walking. Whenever you're entering a boss door, you always want to jump through it, primarily because when you're stopped, when you just walk through a boss door, Mega loses all speed he once had, and is now just going to walk through it. Holy health gear goblin, thanks for the health, man, appreciate it. We're gonna try and go for the item 2 strats here, probably gonna fail it because it's a little bit scuffed, but so just gonna proceed on with crash bombs. We use crash bombs a lot more than usual here because they're useful for once. I don't have to worry about wasting them. Metal-Man is also a little bit of a threat. He once again only takes 1 damage from Buster, and the manipulation strat that you do here is you hold Boomerang through the door and just jump in the middle. It's a little bit hard since he actually likes to get aggressive. Try and take him down for them. Alright, good. Save the knee tank. Play it risky for losing time. But it's fine, it's a marathon. We're allowed to play it safe and risky whenever we want. As long as we don't get soft locked, it's fine. Off the Bubble Man. Thankfully, they made it so the waterfall doesn't bleach your eyes out and kill the stream. So yeah, that's fun. So for the bubble item 2 here, you want to line your item 2 up with the top of that block there, the building there, at least, to sort of get on top, get on it, and be able to fly over the frogs. Unfortunately, I got hit by a frog because I was too high, but it's fine. Still necessarily got it. Smack. The big boys, the big fish here, even when they're being destroyed, they still have a hitbox and they deal a lot of damage. Like, they do Elecman and Thunder Beams levels of damage, so you want to be safe with it. Avoid the Bubble Man kidney stones, they hurt a lot. They make us go boom boom, and we don't like that. Avoid the Metroids, they're not really a problem, but they're here, and so they're a problem. Hitboxes on these fish guys are also really weird. Frogs. Also, when it gets really laggy, your jump likes to go a lot longer than it's supposed to, so you can't die sometimes if you like spawn like 7,000 energy drops from the frogs. Off the Bubble Man. He's just gonna kind of sit there, do his thing. Hey, Bubble Man, how you doing, buddy? Don't worry, you're my favorite master in this game. No, he's not. Don't tell him that. I mean, he has the best name, but he's not the best robot master. That's Bubble Man down. I guess that Chipotle wasn't really good for him. Now we're gonna head off to Heat Man. And we're just gonna go for a mad dash using Buster and taking damage. Most likely die. Because like everything else in this game, it's brutal and hard and is out to kill you. Never mind, I forgot where I was going. I was supposed to go to Flashman, but it's fine. Flashman's not really necessary. Schmack. This is why we love neutralizing our knockback, because it gives us more time to be hurt, and it gives us more time to block in the lava and not go boom boom. Also, pause buffers are still a thing in the game. You still get your little boost of energy outwards when you do it, which is good. Good Chico, lucky man. Ouch. How rude. Corner jumps on that. Also, another good thing about this game is that you can open your menu when there's a weapon on screen, which is absolutely amazing for this part if you're using Metal Blade, which I'm not because I'm Giga Chad. Might not have enough weapon energy here, but we're gonna damn try our best. You can still do your item 2 thingy. Yeah, there's no way. I used a little bit too much back there, but it's fine. It's fine, we have it under control. We have a lot more drops than usual, which typically would be a pain, and it still is technically a pain, but I don't care, we need it. Give me drops. You're just gonna be mean now because I said there's a lot of drops. Good, thanks. Damn. You don't have to have one. I guess I'll see you now. Yeah, it's not worth it to refill right now. We'll just head off the Flashman and we'll come back later. Come back with a vengeance. This won't be the last you'll see of me. Oh, I don't want to go to He-Man again. I don't want to go to the Zippo later. I want to go to the Creep. So, welcome to Flashman's. Just air shooter and crash bombs and Metal Blade. Flashman is also one of the better remix tracks here. Toothpaste dispensers. Actually, gonna go over here because Can Man's mean, and we don't like the Can Man. It's gonna go on. And grab the safety juice box just in case. Judging on how this run's going, we're gonna struggle a little bit towards the end because Alien is also a very huge problem. Because even though he is technically a boss with no invincibility frames, he has invincibility frames, you just can't see them. It's scary, and we don't like them, so we gotta be safe with our bubble. And if we want to be safe with our bubble, we're probably gonna hug the alien a couple times, which is don't want, so we need a lot of juice boxes to compensate for it. Hey, Flashman. Since this is Rockman Mega World, he has a random flash pattern. Haha, random. Now we can go to Heatman, the man on fire, the Zippo-later that does nothing. He kind of just throws his flames into a wall, then you throw a bubble at him, and then he just kind of charges, and then you just keep throwing bubbles at him, and he just kind of dies. Hey, Mega Man, I'm back again. You want a thing that climbs up a wall you can stand on? Yeah, here we go, bud. Don't know what the hell you're gonna use this for, but take it. You'll be fine. Thanks, Santa, I guess. Item 3 isn't very useful because you can't you can't really use it how you can Mega 2, because you can't really get high enough up with it. There's a theoretical zip. I have a Therion and Wily 4 at the very start. If you can use item 3 to get up high, could you technically, if you could get high enough, could you theoretically zip left and grab the 1-up? Completely useless and loses time and wastes a lot of item 3 energy, but is it possible? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste it like an idiot this time. That's all we need. Also, you can't place it in the walls anymore, so we have to use item 3 there. Also, you can open your menu when your weapons are out, but not when items are out, which I find extremely dumb. Crash Bomb, powers, go! I don't feel like waiting because I'm lazy. Who needs Yoku blocks when I can just skip through them? This is how I died last time. Hopefully I have enough. I think I might need to do 1 boss buffer. No. Bubble. I gotta take down this guy. Bubble. Also, you can't have any bubble heads anymore because they just kind of teleport to the top of the door.
Great, I'm gonna jump in super quick here because we got ourselves a $55 donation from Iron Rusty, who says 55% in a rotation win. Thank you very much, Rusty.
Thanks for the donation, appreciate it. It's going to be a very good cause. 8 men down, now we're off to Woodman. Any Siva Gunners in chat? mm2wood.midi. Unfortunately, I'm sad to say this, but floor chicken is no longer in this game. You can't spawn the chicken, the floor here, and I'm sad to say it because Mega can't climb up the ladder high enough to jump on the item 2 fast enough to even remotely get there, so also we got item 1. It's not really useful, kinda. We use it like in Wily 4 and that's it. Wily 4 also has some new sketch strategies that we can use. I'll be going for 2 of them. I'm not going for the 3rd one because the 3rd one just is painful. Because spike hitboxes are almost as bad as X4 spike hitboxes, and that's not good. So, we're gonna use Crash Bomb on Roger Rabbit here, because we don't like him. Schmack. So, we're actually not gonna charge up heat here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take our flash, and we're gonna do a zip there because why not? I didn't necessarily need to use flash since the dogs obviously don't have walls in them anymore. I could just walk right through them, but I want to save my health because Woodman still hurts a lot, and he's one of the worst bosses here. Probably my worst picks for these 4 games would be worst bosses would be Elecman, Woodman, probably Gemini Man, and Doc Quick, obviously. And then for Wily Tower, it'd probably be Buster Rod because he's annoying, and I mean, you kind of just sit there and shoot him with Hard Knuckle, but if you're going for the fast strats and despawning doors and stuff, it's not fun. Chicken, oh yes. Woodman, not gonna risk it going up with air because it's a lot more dangerous to take hits from a shield, because I think they do 8 to 12 damage now, which is like, that's a good chunk of my health, and we don't like that. So now we are off to Wily 1. Big chillin'. Got a new gold with Woodman. We are still 3 minutes and 49 seconds in the red. That's fine. It'll sort itself out. I've recovered from this. Omega 3 is not very optimized in my run, so we have a chance to bring this back. So, Dr. Wily's back. I am going to take a quick drink of my gamer juice real quick. And I'm back. Hope you enjoyed the Y Browse. We're up to Wily 1 with Dr. Wily's Toaster Castle. Why does he have a toaster on the front of his castle? I don't know. So, we're not going to actually equip Metal Blade here because it causes a menu, and we're just going to use item 3 for half the stage, and then we're going to use item 1 for a quarter of it, and then we're going to just switch to quick. Birds are annoying, toothpaste dispensers are annoying. A lot of things are annoying in this game. If you really want to put up a fight, you could even say that this game is annoying. And I would not disagree, it can be annoying sometimes. Item 3 also despawns a lot quicker. Right there. Slinky Joe, smack, equip item 1. Can't necessarily do good ladder jumps with item 3, so we can't just go. So, this is the part that took me about 45 minutes and a lot of farming sessions for item 1 here. Thankfully, I've practiced it over and over again, so it's not really that hard, but you have to be careful on what you're doing. You can't just send it and just go shoot. You can shoot it, jump shoot, jump shoot, jump shoot. You have to, because Mega will be too far on the platform itself to be able to reach the top. So you kind of have to walk a little bit. So this is where free grab is fun. You just skip over that. Sometimes you have to jump. We can outrun the dragon, which is pretty cool. Don't have to wait for him. Now what we're going to do here is we're not actually going to go on the top block, because if we get knocked back, we can't actually recover. So we're actually just going to stay here in the middle block. Dragon is also very annoying because there's a much different pattern on NES Mega 2, but he goes down just as easily. So now we're off to Wily 2. Dr. Wily Toaster Castle, oh yes. It's orange now, not brown. A lot of things are different here. I'm actually gonna refill item 1 because I don't like being full on item 1 when we reach Wily 4. Not very fun. Also, they just completely removed the crash walls here. Yes, they thought they were useless, and they really were, because you could just jump over them in the original game. Flash. Use that here. I'm actually not going to use wood because we want to get Flash out of the way first. Since it's on the same menu as item 3, so yeah. I timed it a little bit early, so we put some damage there, but item 3, could you come back down, please? Okay then, this is what happens, and this is why we grab item 1. Spare. You have to grab the health here. Now, we're not going to use Metal Blade on the washing machine boss because we need to save our Metal Blade for later, and plus they hurt a lot, so we're going to play the risky strategy and use Bubble. We need as much Bubble as possible, so we need our... We're gonna need to pick up a refill later on, because Alien is a pain when you're tight in bubble. Even when you're at max energy, it still is very pain and stress-inducing. So, in my 3, we're gonna pick up a refill for item 2 and bubble. Maybe just bubble. I think we have enough item 2 to last. Also, there's no Sprite playing around with the fish here. They always spawn, and they've upgraded from MS Paintfish to Mario Paintfish. What can I say? And also, for a quick boomerang, as Krebel said there, Genesis mashing, you still can't mash with quick boomerang. There's too much of a delay between shots, so you just actually use the full auto of the Genesis and send it from there. Refill our bubble. Pick up our item 2 again. Now, I don't think you've noticed yet, but some of you might have noticed, but you don't slow down by 15% again in this game while you're in water. You just go slightly slower, but it makes this part a little bit stress-inducing because you don't have as much time to react to getting through here as an NES Mega, because you move a lot faster. But either way, we got through it perfectly fine. We dodged the fish. Now, ready the Guts Panzer, going for it. Shotmen are dumb and don't know how to aim downwards, so just like us and Link. We don't count Zelda 2 Link because he actually learned to stab downwards and upwards, but that he got told that by an old man and we just can't shoot downwards. So, Guts tank down. Now we're off to Wily 4, which is no longer purple hell, it's more of blueberry hell, but I'll let you guys be the judge of what we should call it now. Yeah, it's a very light shade of purple. Yeah. Don't refill our items, we refill Flash here because Quickman is scary and we don't like him either. It's Gutsman! Dun-dun. So yeah, there. If we could get high enough with item 3, if we could do a zip and grab the 1-up, that'd be cool. But there is also a zip that you can do here in this, the long hallway that leads to the gauntlet of spike and platform rooms. If you go upwards from the ladder in the first room using item 3 and jump up, or you can zip all the way left here, fall down, and then just die. You can't send it back to the beginning. It's completely useless, but we're gonna get a smack there. We're gonna take a smack here. Jump down the ladder. Press item 1. And go fast. Now we can... Actually, oh, screw it. We'll send it. These spike hitboxes are horrible, by the way. They're worse than X4, but I play a little bit risky. Not as risky as I intended to go, but still a little bit risky there. Again, actually no, I can kind of just de-boost through this. Doesn't really matter how much health I have because I have plenty of juice boxes. I'd prefer to save at least 1 or 2 for Alien because Alien is still brutal. But we do use a couple of odd strategies in this fight. Jump and place our item 1. Do a corner jump real quick. Unfortunately, this strategy where you pause and let the shots go through doesn't work anymore. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna just wait for shots to go by, wait for item 1 to respawn, shoot that there. But instead of shooting this guy directly right in front of me, we are gonna do something else. we're gonna go drink a juice box because we're low on health and don't want to die. But we actually want to shoot it right here. Seems strange, but that's why. And then we can finish you off on. There we go. That's Wily 4 done. Now we're gonna go off the refights, which is surprisingly, refights in Alien are more scarier than Wily 4. Never thought I'd ever say that in my life, but unfortunately it's true. Oh boy. So, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna equip our air cannon, our air shooter. We're gonna go take down Crashman. We're gonna be brave, and then we're gonna face Quickman. Quickman's scary, we don't like him. Didn't take any damage, we hit all 3 shots, that's really all that matters. Now we're gonna waste every last bit of air we have on this man right here. It doesn't help that his patterns change from Mega 2. He doesn't like to run into walls as much. He kinda just runs around and sort of runs in place eventually. Okay, I might have lied a little bit. This is very amazing fight, actually. Okay. I'm happy with this. We didn't die. Okay. I swear he's a lot harder when you... I just swear he's a lot harder. Airman. Kind of joke. Now we're gonna go down. Woodman. Woodman down, so we're gonna go on Heatman, and then we can use our Metal Boys, and then go on and do a strat that was recently discovered. And I'm insanely happy I discovered because, god, the fight sucks with that, but you'll see soon. So the strat that I was talking about in Mega Man 1 with the Wily machine about doing frame perfect jumps, that was a strategy recently discovered by, I think it was Blacktastic, who discovered it alongside of a Wily machine 2 quick kill, which makes the fight so much insanely easier than it was. Because the Wily machine still deals a lot of damage, and if you're out of your tanks, it's very hard to fight Mr. Wily Man in a stupid little capsule, in a stupid little machine, without E-tanks. So luckily we found the quick kill for it. We're gonna show it off here, if I can hit it. Flashman kinda just sit in the corner and jump around and just kinda shoot him. So that. Now we're gonna go off the Wily machine. So, what we're gonna want to do here, we're gonna want to damage him and get him down to around 8 health. Don't want to fully damage him and absolutely kill him.
Just to cut in super quick, we actually have another donation. This one's from KLM1187. It's 25 USD, and all he says is hi, smiley face. Thank you so much for the donation. If you want to put it towards any incentive, no in chat.
If you blink, you might have missed that Wily fight, but what we want to do here is we want to damage the machine and then fire a crash bomb when it's on its way back, so that starts damaging the second phase before it can even fill up its health, and it's gone. It's pretty easy, and it makes the fight so much easier. Off to the best song in the entire game. Here comes the best part. Oh, it hits so hard. It's the best track in the game. It's so good. So, Alien. I'm gonna take it insanely... I'm gonna take it insanely serious here. I am not gonna try and go for any speed strats at all because it hurts, and if you get below half half bubble and not kill him, you kind of have to take a game over. And a little bit cocky here, that's but it's fine. Oh, wait. Being as safe as possible because I don't want to die here. Died here way too many times. That's Mega Man 2, and now let's head off to Mega Man 3. So Mega Man 3 is probably my favorite one out of all of them. Still start with Top first, because Top first is the only true route. Although I do respect Gemini first runners, Top first is still the best. But, Mega Slide is insanely fast here. So, you know how we, the dogs in Woodman stage, they lost their walls, so we can just walk right through them? The cats in this stage instead gain the ability of the walls, except that if you walk into them while you're in invincibility frames, you just instantly die. So we trade walking through the dogs for instantly dying to the cats. Fair trade-off in my opinion, but it still hurts very much when you're just trying to go through them and they just kind of kill you. Especially like when you're in your last hit on the cat and you just start going towards them to make the jump a little bit quicker and you just die because you forgot. Especially this one. This one's the one I have the biggest problem with entering while they're still alive. Who's ready to go? We're in Ballerina. Yeah, Mega 3 tracks are definitely my favorite ones out of the remixes from Wily Wars. Here's Top Man! Here he is. He spins right round. Like a record. Funny. Go shooty shooty bang bang. That's Top Man. So the route also is a little bit different here than usual. Our route is Top Man, Shadow Man, Needle Man, Magnet Man, Hard Man, Snake Man, Spark Man, Gemini Man. So, yeah. We want to get Rush Jet as soon as possible, but we want to at least have a decent weapon to use against Needleman, so we just kind of use a Shadow Blade. So, we learned Ballerina. Surprisingly, we use it a lot more than you'd think in this run. We'll probably see it a lot more towards the end, but it's fine. So, let's go see Proto real quick. I'm sorry, Breakman. If you forgot to put on his mask for these couple encounters we have, he only puts his mask on in the last one, but it's fine. My boy. Look at him. He's still just as stupid and jumps and shoots, so we're gonna murder him in cold blood even though he's just playing around. You gotta put your mask on, bro. There's kind of a pandemic going on. You gotta put your mask on. Retro Cloud TV 80% does include Wily Tower. It's the fourth game around. I'm just stealing all the ones from Mega Man 5 today. Just deploy the grenades. That'll be fine. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not, like, if I'm spacing my shots out a little bit on those, I don't know what they're called, those eyeball walking guys. They, every enemy in Mega Man 3, or every enemy in general in this game, has invincibility frames. So, more like Mega Man 5. Which is bad, and we don't like it because invincibility frames are bad. Even with our delayed lemons, they still can get eaten up by the invincibility frames. So, just ballerina through the door and just show Shadow Man what we're all about. Smack, and he's gone. So now we're gonna head off to Needleman and get our rush jet. Sorry, my mic was still muted. I was saying, I find it kind of ironic that you get the Rush Marine from the fire level, but it's fine. So now we're up in Needleman. Needleman is it's probably the best remix track in this entire game. Such bass heavy, and it just fits so well. It just sounds so good. Unfortunately, as time goes on, the menus get longer and longer and take longer. Mega 1's fastest, Mega 2 is second fastest, Mega 3 is pretty slow, and then Wily Tower is slow, because Wily Tower is a full screen weapon menu, so taking damage, so negating your damage is not really preferred. So for Mega 3, I'm going to do my best to try and save menus for really need to switch to a weapon. Except for in Gemini Man stage, where it's crucial that I negate my knockback so I don't absolutely die. Because Gemini Man's mean and stupid, and we don't like him. And the boss itself ain't that bad, it's just a stage. Also, this game does not have any sprite limits, so we can spawn as many tadpoles as our heart desires. And what's available to us. Ouch. We use our juice box here because Needleman hurts and we're at low health, so juice box powers go Shadow Blade. And he's gone. So, an interesting thing about Mega Man 3 in this game is that if you're playing on Giga Fusion 3.64, there's a refight skip you can do. It's really precise, but it's amazing. All you have to do is kill one of the 4 bosses on the left side, and then use Rush Jet and fly over the Shadow Man capsule just as Rush Jet runs out. So, and then you can just wait there for like 21 seconds, and then you'll be teleported into the next room with the teleporter to leave the stage. Unfortunately, since it's only viable on Giga Fusion, it invalidates the run. Just sad, but it's fine. Alright, better not mess with Mega Man. These magnets are very annoying because they do stop our movement. Don't really help us at all because we're too fast for them to actually help. So we're gonna go visit Proto again. Still didn't put on his mask, so I'm just gonna show him our new toy that we got from Shadow Man. Hey buddy, your shield's kinda useless, don't you think? I got ninja stars and you have your stupid little buster. We're pretty much gonna keep Shadow Blade for the rest of the stage. Except for the Oku block section. We're gonna switch to Rush Jet, then we're gonna go back to Shadow Blade, because, yeah. because Magna Man still takes 4 shots from Shadow, even though technically his primary weakness is a Spark. It's fine. He needs weaknesses anyway. The same rush jet trick applies is that when you're not standing in a rush, weapon energy doesn't deplete. Unfortunately, when you're jumping off a rush, it does create a little bit of lag, but it's very little lag. Here's the first instance of a rush boost. Take damage while you're in rush, game doesn't know what to do, so it speeds you up flying until you run out of invincibility games. No, at least when you run out of knockback, at least. Magneto Man. Hey buddy, how you doing? You gonna be nice today and go upwards? Yep. And down. Now let's get to the best zip of the run. The best one, because it's so easy and it's so stupid and small, but it's amazing. Hardman zip. The moment we've all been waiting for. At least I've been waiting for. Anyway. Let's collect our magnet missile and we're on our way to the best stage. Let's talk about Magnet Missile real quick. Magnet Missile is kind of useless here because it's attracted to enemy projectiles too, not just the blast itself. So for Hardman, we're gonna have to get up close and personal and just shove magnets in his face until he just dies. Bees, lots and lots of bees. We're gonna equip our rush coil and we'll be on our way. Right at the start of the stage, we're gonna skip the Hammer Joe right here, right now, because we're cool. Jump off a rush jet again here, left, spawn, rush coil again, and that's it. That's Hardman's. Best zip in the run, baby. So easy and stupid, and I love it. Monkeys. Rush! Spawn! Yeah, true. I don't like monkeys. They're a lot better in Mega Man 3 when I could just jump over them. Yeah, go down. Shadow Blade. So that did good by smack him twice. Smack this dude twice. Other bad hitboxes. Smack, smack. Grab our juice box again. Smack that map. Now we're gonna go see Proto again. We're gonna show him the toy he already saw because we don't know what we're doing anymore. So, hey Proto Man, I got a toy again. You wanna see it? You wanna play with it? Okay. Yay. Yay, sibling rivalries. I'm the better one. Because I'm not weak like you. I have an entire theory about Proto Man and why he's so weak in 9 and 10. Well, I guess I'll just share it now, because I'm not going to talk about the Hardman fight. So, in Mega Man 3, you beat him, which that starts his descent into weakness. Then, you beat... No, you don't really beat him again in Mega Man 5, since that was Dark Man, but I'll just skip to Mega Man 7. You beat him again to get a shield, and then in Rockman Forte, he gets cut in half by King twice, and that's what that's what doubles his health, his damage intake, and his knockback in 9 and 10 because he got cut in half and got beaten up so many times. He's just weak. Either way, we got Hard Knuckle. Hard Knuckle has a very special property to it that makes it insanely different from its original counterpart. When you first press shoot, it doesn't have a damage hitbox until it starts moving. Dot Crash Man, the only way we're going to be able to hit him with Hard Knuckle is if we do a glitch, and we're going to try it. You have to get them first, so off the Snake Man. I've always wanted to do a slide percent and see what a theoretical fastest time for this game would be if you could slide in all 4 games. But I don't feel like playing on PAL because PAL is just painful and slow, and I don't like it. So until we find the code to let us slide in Mega World, then I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's still annoying. Probably just take a damage boost and go through. Back to rush yet. Zoom. Rush again. Get on. Get a boost while we're at it. I want to save as much rush ammo as possible here because the end section, I've gotten through it on only 1 energy left and it's scary and I don't like it. But we should be fine. Yeah. So Snake Man's a little mean here. He doesn't, I don't know how to explain it. He doesn't like taking damage from Needle. I mean, it's still his primary weakness, just that by the time you get done with him, he only has 1 health left, even though you've been using Needle the whole time, which just makes things inconvenient. He doesn't just die at an even health. Because he's special like that. Yay, snakes. So, just shoot him with Needle. We actually use Needle a lot more than Buster in Mega Man 3. Primarily because it's faster. We can't mash with Buster, so we're just gonna use the full auto Needle Cannon. This game is a Needle Cannon's hater's nightmare because we use it a lot more than Buster. So we're up to Sparkman. Tone down the flash and all. I appreciate that. There are some despawns you can do with these guys, but they're a little bit difficult since they follow the same general idea. If you spawn them off screen, they will just disappear. It's just that it's quite a lot more finicky. And it's not really worth it because you're just gonna waste more time just damage boosting through it in the end. Still, Sparkman baseline slaps insane yard. One scanner and health. Wow. You see how it is. Yeah, invincibility for the enemies. Go, rush, go. Sparkman's very short stage. Very fun. A lot of rush state usage, a lot more slide tech. Sparkman, pretty easy, just kind of stand there. He just jumps around. Sometimes you can get him just jumping around the corner here, it's funny. I don't think he's gonna do it though. Nice man. Well, maybe if he jumps forward. Yeah, there he goes. Sparkman's a bro. Now I go off to Gemini, and I actually didn't know this until Sham Gabriel told me about this, but there is still a Proto Man skip you can do here, just not in the technical way that you remember it in NES Mega 3. So, basically, it works the same way as the weapon get cutscene works, is that it only starts when Mega is standing flat on the ground. This includes sliding. So, yes, if you do a precise jump, you can go far, but that's nowhere near where you need to be to actually get through there. Because, well, yes, the thing that Proto Man stands on blows up still does not have collision. You can't really slide and jump into it. So, yeah, screw fighting enemies. I have the pause button and rush jet. So what we're going to do here is we're going to fly up. We're just going to save our energy a little bit. And go along. So now what we're actually going to do for this screen, we're going to jump off rush. Over here, we're going to hold right, switch to snake, switch to needle. And then we're gone. And there goes the music. Just in NES Mega 3 fashion. And this is why needle can's useful. Wily love it. It's fast and destroys everything. So this is an example of we can have as many tadpoles as we want on screen, nobody can stop me. So, how's the event been so far for everybody? Pretty good, have some amazing runs so far. Here, Rush Marine's completely and utterly useless. You wanna know why? Because, Rush Marine, it's been downgraded. How do you downgrade Rush Marine, you're asking? You can only have one lemon on screen at a time. One. So why even have it if you can only have one lemon? And you can just use Rush Jet, and you're happy with your life. Schmack. Alright. And we are off to Gemini. Hey, we got our music back. Let's go. This has been awkward silence with Gemini, man. Ouch. You're done. Alright. Off to the Doc Robot stages, and we're gonna go immediately right back to Gemini Man because it's surprisingly actually not the worst stage. Just that I don't like Gemini Man, so I want to get him out of the way first. Dock stages are completely optional in what order you go in. They're not really, there's not really a optimized route to go for Dock Robot, so you can just go wherever you want. Alright, Gemini laser. Back to Gemini we go. This is why we love the pause button, because this is the most pause button heavy stage there is. You can't use the pause button while you're sliding, you can't use the button while you're sliding or using utility items, but you can use it while you're using weapons, and that's really all we care about. When you're sliding, if you're dead on the ground and you get hit by like an enemy or something, you do stop in place. It gives you no knockback, but still slow, because you get stopped in place for that amount of time until your knockback goes away. There you go, Flashman. I don't think you can soft lock here. I mean, you might be able to. I'm not quite sure, but I don't want to stick around and test. soft lock room. If we somehow run out of rush coil and rush jet here, you're soft locked. That's like the one soft lock that they didn't fix. Like they fixed the one of dying at the Wily 1 boss, but they didn't fix the one where right there. Thanks for the health. Appreciate it. Kinda needed that. I cannot explain to you how much that I adore using a Super Nintendo controller for this, because having to use your thumbs at a crab angle on a Genesis controller trying to do jumps and shoots, it's so insanely hard and painful, and I am so insanely grateful to being able to use a Super Nintendo controller. Alright, so now we're gonna go off the Dock Needle. Basically how my route works is that we just grab all the E-tanks we possibly can and take the hard stages later. Smack. Make sure we take another damage boost here and fly across the spikes, because fast. And get caught on ladder. We don't like ladders. I don't like ladders. I don't know if everyone else here likes ladders. Ladders are bad. I don't like them. Might need to use a juice box here, because Airman still hurts. Also, I got a bone to pick with Doc Quick, because they didn't use the Wily Wars 2 AI for it. No, they went back to the original Mega Man 2 AI, and that just makes me so insanely mad that they had the good AI for Doc Quick, but not for the actual Quick Man. Alright, so we're out of there now. Quick rush jet again, and we'll be on our way. Zoom! Also, another thing they fixed, that you don't take damage from enemies in the bottom anymore. No more screen wraps. I love this background. It's so simplistic, but it's just nice. I mean, I guess I can make it in MS Paint in like literally 3 seconds just using the spray can tool, but it's still just pretty like it. Yeah, die. So we're actually going to use Shadow here because it's a lot easier than using Snake, because Snake takes a little bit longer and makes us take damage boosts from the Met himself, and that hurts, and we want to save energy because Crash Man's coming up. And depending if we can get the door despawn with Hard Knuckle, we may or may not be able to hit him with the Hard Knuckle. So let's see if we can get the doors to despawn. Something that we're gonna try and do with Buster Reggie when we get to the tower. And I missed it. So there's something that you can do, is that if you jump and shoot Hard Knuckle as you're jumping through a door, it'll completely just despawn the door, which allows you to have full control while the boss is spawning, which allows you to damage it while it's spawning. It's not an instant kill like with Turbo Man and Mega Man 7, but you do get to damage it while it's healing. Even though it still says it's at full health when you start shooting them, when they start healing, it's just easy, and the only way you can hit Crash Man with Hard Knuckle, because I've tried my damn hardest to hit Crash Man with Hard Knuckle, and you just can't. He's too fast. I mean, maybe you can if you're on the complete opposite side of the room. Like, if he's on the opposite corner of the room and you're firing at him and he doesn't jump, I guess maybe you have a chance of hitting him with it, but otherwise there's no chance. Back to Spark here. Another short stage, to be honest. It's definitely another fun one. Remember, these guys, a lot of Shadow Blade usage. You abuse your powers to get up there. Ow. Ouch. Electricity spikes hurt. My two weaknesses, electricity and spikes, all combined in one. Ouch. Yeah, just small guys, it's fine. You got the ladder. Hey, we made it back. Ouch. That's the one problem about using Super Nintendo controller and emulation is that it likes eating your inputs quite a lot. Like, sometimes I'll just be regular jumping and then, like, I'm trying to do a full jump and Mega will just short it and just do a small hop and then no control over it and he just jumps into a pit of lava and dies. I cleaned my controller for this, but actually no, I didn't. Had to swap out my main controller for a secondary one because it's acting funny. I didn't clean this one internally, just from the outside, so that might be a problem. Need to patch for my controllers. It's been used wear and tear for me in the 90s, so. Middleman, we kind of just force him to jump around the room like an idiot. Alright, let's go die to quickly now. Yay, quick round. See, jump around. Good old NES quick round. He's a lot more aggressive this time around. Makes me mad that you're the NES 2A instead of Mega 2A they used here. It's stupid. Either way, that's off to Doc Shadow with the worst one. This is a Docwood. Docwood. I hate Docwood very much. What? We're off. Go through these guys. I'm not supposed to rush yet, and just fly over them because I have the power to. Actually, destroying the thing to there's laggy. Just boost them if you don't need to. I'm gonna switch needle, and we'll be gone. Woodman, Woodman, Woodman. Here we go. The lag! Ouch. That hurt. Ouch. That hurt too. Very rude of you, Woodman. Doc Woodman, you faker. I'm gonna use Juice Box here just because. Ouchies. But we'll be on our way. Actually, we're gonna switch to Magnet here because we have the next section. These guys right here. You can't just run and walk right past them like we could every time. Sorry, that isn't my actual chin. I'm sorry, shit. You're dead. And now we're off the Doc Heat. I really feel like Search Snake would still be a better weakness for him, but I'll just use Shadow Blade. Smack. 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 And just smack. And just one final smack, just to make sure. And, as per the rule of Mega Man 3 runners, we have to have a break split. It's the best split in the entire game. Just a split of just killing program, because yay. So we're gonna go off, leave Doc stages, now we're gonna enter a break split at Hardman's stage, because why not? Alright, time for more Gamer Juice. I'll let you watch the cutscene. Sorry. Off the Wily stages. Keep forgetting also mute my mic and OBS and take a drink of Gamer Juice so you don't have to experience ASMR. Yeah, this is definitely where the fun of the run starts picking up. This end, specifically Wily Stages of Mega 3 and Wily Tower, if you are going to run a game out of Wily Wars, my first suggestion and best pick, personally, would definitely be Wily Tower. Wily Tower is a fun 20-minute run on a bad run, too. Might need to learn some zips here and there, but it's not required to still have a pretty good time. So again, take a juice box there just in case, because we're running low on health. Then you get to the swag station. Let's hope we don't die here. Yeah, this is what Wily Wars allows you to do, because regrab physics. Let's go. Get the turtle boss. good spawns, good pattern. Now we're at the Wily 2. So we'll go fight Yellow Devil Mark 3. So this stage, it's still a short one, there's no checkpoints. But Yellow Devil Mark 3 is definitely the easier one. I really gotta change my split names back. For Mega Man 1 Devil, I have it says the split name for the stage is Easy Devil. And for this stage, I have slightly harder Easy Devil, and it should kind of be the opposite. This Devil's easy and Mega 1's hard. So Mega 1 should be slightly harder Easy Devil, and this one should just be Easy Devil. But either way, we're going to be looking for a 2-cycle pattern here, which is you can get 3 hits off on Devil if you're fast enough, or typical, but if you're typical standard bad fight, well, good fight, would be a 3-cycle. Still rather fast though, you're not necessarily going to lose that much time to get a 3 pattern. It's just that's preferable to get a 2 pattern. So we got 2. It is possible to get 4 hits in, but it's insanely tight. So no 2 pattern here, but 3 is still perfectly fine. Still a very laggy fight. Yeah, that's what we were looking for the first time around, didn't quite get it, so, and that's Yellow Devil, Mark 3. So now we're off to Wily 3, and we're gonna go play Mega Man Frogger, and then mess around with the copy robots, because they are annoying. They actually have invincibility frames this time around. And they don't actually spawn up top every time. They have random spawn. It's bad, so they kind of just flail around in the middle and wait for it to get there. You know, put Bob in a bottle. Or if you're a Megas fan, want to be the one to watch you die from history being blue. Back most of my split names. Or Mega songs. Ouch, how dare you shot me, Mark 3. Oh, Mark 2. I don't think we have a Mark 3 yet. Maybe 11 has a Mark 3. I don't know. Alright, let's go equip our favorite ballerina weapon. Let's go play some Mega Man Frogger. Yay, how fun. We love Mega Man Frogger, it's the best game. Now, this man does not spawn up top and he has invincibility frames, but he does die at 4 hits to top. So we're gonna hope he spawns in the middle, and yes he does. Perfect pattern, let's go. And that's got to be a weapon, that's a goal. So now we're going to head off to refights. Not going to do refight skip, A, because I haven't practiced it, and B, because this is actually a somewhat decent run. We have a chance to PB, surprisingly. So I don't want to invalidate it. We're actually going to equip top here again, because these Gutsman throwing guys, block throwing guys, actually died in 1 hit to the top, so we're just gonna blow through them. Yay, face my ballerina. Oh, the Immediately go for Shadow Man because he has his weapon equipped. His weakness equipped, so we're gonna equip Shadow Blade and then go up to Spark, then we'll go to Magnet. Then we will go to probably a Needle, then Gemini, then Snake. And then Hard Top. He's down. Yay, lag weapon. It's not actually surprisingly not that laggy. Well, let's start bouncing around. Yes, it gets a little bit laggy, but it's not really that big of a problem. Smack you, smack you, smack you, smack you again, smack you, smack. Oh god, the lag! The lag! Oh, no! The lag! Come on, please. Just hit him. Thank you. God, I hate Gemini. Let's go in order from here. Hard Man. The name's Hard Man, and you're gonna have a hard time beating me. Thank you, Ruby Spears, for blessing Hard Man upon us. God, Ruby Spears magnificent. Punch. Oh yeah. Schmack. 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 Damn. Schmack. Yeah, I always have random up inputs. It's annoying. Schmack. And I'll just refill Shao just for the hell of it. Now we're off to Dr. Wily's crab that blows bubbles. There's a lot of crabs that blow bubbles in Mega Man series. Got Bubble Crab, Crab Puncher, Venus. So you got the crab enemies in Venus' stage. So funny thing you can do here, you can just kind of hold right, you know, immediately get underneath this machine. Yay. Dr. Wily's cram that blows bubbles. Smack, 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 smack. And that's phase 1 done. How do you like snakes for phase, Dr. Wily? Hope you really like them, because that's what you're gonna get. Ouch. That hurt. That's very rude of you, sir. Okay. I've never wanted anything else in my life. I want a Funko Pop of this. I want a Funko Pop of fake Dr. Wily down on his knees, specifically a bobblehead, because this as a Funko Pop would be amazing. I would pay $7 million for that. It's amazing and I love it and I want it. Also, yes, the Mega Man 3 Wily Stage boss theme is amazing. I literally have it as my ringtone. And every time somebody's calling, I kind of just want to sit there and jam to it and not answer them because it slaps so hard. Alright, it's off the big guts, man. Or gamma, as some people call it. What are you doing here, Guts Man? You're not supposed to be here. You're in the wrong game. Oh, I just switch the rush coil over here. Jump up. And taste my ballerina, Dr. Wily. Bam! Alright. It's Mega Man 3. Hope you enjoyed. And we're off the Wily Tower. Let's do it. So here's the main gimmick of Wily Tower. You get to choose 8 weapons from the 3 games. You also get to choose 3 utility items. Alright, that's all the weapons we need for the entire game. That one menu that I just did, it's insanely hard to go fast. It's also very stressful. And this is why we don't typically use damage boosts here for negate or knockback, because the menu's full screen and it hurts. And it's actually slower. We don't typically use it. Also, if you're paying attention, you saw me grab wood instead of metal. Yeah, that's right. Wood is actually better than metal here. Who could have guessed that wood took out the Woodman dogs in one hit? Yeah, we're gonna see that later. Thanks for the help, bro. Appreciate it. Also, these tracks are absolutely go hard. Snake dies before it hits the wood. No, I'm going to. I'm done. Sorry. I apologize. My game reviewer has done a good job of keeping me awake. It's actually happening quite a bit. So, we're gonna try the door. Despawn again. I was a pixel off, so we're not going to be able to quick kill Buster out, but we can just kind of sit in the corner and punch him. This is how you beat him both times. You literally just sit here and punch him. There's nothing else to it. And that's the fight. That's the way you'll get. So now we go off the wire sponge. Still a sea pickle. Still really good. Off the wire sponge. Probably one of the best tracks in Wily Tower, except that Wily Stage 4 is actually the best. But this is a close second best. And Wily 2 is a nice third. Around the wire, you can fly across those gaps and take damage from there. Ouch. Shotman. Wood. Hellies. Wood. MS Paintfish, they don't die to anything, unfortunately. Actually, no, it's a good thing. MS Paintfish are amazing. Sorry, Mario Paintfish. I forgot they had an upgrade. Alright, so now we get to Wire Sponge. His weakness is ice, so we're just going to freeze him to death. We're going to get up on a stupid little platform and just shoot him until he dies. Also, he has the power of Mega Man X3 Aura, except that's bad. Hey, buddy. Yep, here, the Mega Man X3 Aura. Push me off. It's rude. This is my platform too, you know. Get down here. Come on, just right in there. Yeah. He's dead. It's fine. We're good. Scary. You'll be getting our only E-tank of this game in Wily 1. And get to the piggy. I hope everyone wants some bacon because we're gonna have plenty of supplies. Also, all of these characters are based off of characters from Journey to the West. And Mr. Piggy doesn't have 2 health bars, it makes me cry. Rush Jet. Emulator tell. Oh. I hate these guys. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Stop! No! Screw you. It's fine. We're fine. This is fine. Just leave shield. You'll be good. I'm not gonna go for any zips here because I'm not an expert in Wily Tower. I've never fully bothered to learn the run, just that I know the order and the weapons I need, all the weaknesses. Now some strats like the Buster Rod door, but that's really generally all I know of useful tricks. I know a couple of zips here and there, but they're not really that good because, as I've displayed, I suck at off-screen Magna Beam. Ouch! That's why we don't like drops sometimes, because they just eat your inputs. Thankfully we didn't die at the bad places, because once we hit Wily stages, that's the bad places. If you die in Wily stages... Ouch. If you die in Wily stages, there are no checkpoints. You just get sent back to the beginning of the stage. And I've learned that all too well in Wily 3. Might be losing some time here, because you had a chance to actually PB, but I think it's out the window now. Unfortunately, very sad. Thanks for the 1-up, though. That's really appreciated. Well, if you had a really, really clean endgame, you might actually be able to PB. Yeah, Mr. Manager out, guys. Alright, got to make it ready. Hope y'all want some. We've got plenty. Alright, now it's off to the tower itself. You got 4 more stages left, and then we're done with the run. Surprisingly, there actually still is a chance that we can PB. Work. This remake game's not my thing. I prefer Rush Jet anyway. only juice box I will collect this entire game. Alright, I'm gonna go fight Fire Snake. Bubbles. I hope he doesn't kill us. He shouldn't be. I think we have. Okay, here he is. We have a spring. 2 springs. Smack. 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 Ouch. Of course. Smack. Alright. Now we're off to Wily 2, and we have a giant spiky ball that shoots a Gemini laser. 2 of them. Of course, now we're dropping frames. So this is another box. It just saddened me so much that this game wasn't fully released here. How? Excuse me? How is he there? That's a weird. Smack. These guys. Ugh. Let's see. This is the only Mega Man game that Genesis got. The only other Mega Man game that the Sega had was Mega Man on Game Gear. It followed the basic rules of the Mega Man Game Boy series, which took busts from 4 and 5 and combined them into one. But that's all that Sega got for Mega Man. This and this stupid Game Gear one. Hey buddy, smack me. Thanks. Just gonna go left. Health. But physical Mega Man games, no. Not anything. Ouch. I pray and hope we spawn at the door. Yep. Okay. We're fine. It's good. We're good. Definitely was not concerned there. But yeah, Mega. I did get Wily Wars, just not in physical content. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna damage it with lightning as it's sort of just spawning because it can take extra hits and it does more damage when next time you hit them. So yeah. Now we get to the worst stage of Wily Tower. The entire Wily Tower game, not just the actual tower. This game, this stage, I have a burning hatred for. Because of one room right before the boss door. And I'll show you why I hate it. I figure you will too. It has a certain thing about hugging walls that makes it so insanely bad and unfair. Like, it's cruel on how bad it is. It's weird. Just maybe no shield, actually. I have weaves and you don't. Now we're gonna go up here, boost jet, and thanks to Wily Wars, so we can just yay. Okay, there's the go. I got concerned for a little bit. Well, thanks Wily Wars, this is possible. You can fit through one block house. I love this game. You can do everything. This map keeps giving me a drop. This map also loves getting me a lot. Okay, so the next room, one after this. One after this one. Promise, it's this one. This one right here. You're not holding right, you're dead. And if you die, you're going back to the start. The start of the stage. So if you're not holding right there, you're just dead. You can't save it. And like, I was on a sick PV base, like 2 minutes plus. And that singular action right there killed the entire run. Because I didn't hold right. I held left instead. So yeah, just kind of punch the monkey. Oonga boonga. Punch. Punch. And we're on to the final stage of the run. This is also arguably, this is the best song in Wily Tower. I was playing at the start. Alright, let's go. Final battle. So, the first time I actually saw this game was in a Gauntlet episode of GDQ. They're fighting this boss. The final boss here. And it was, I just remember seeing it, I was like, what is this? This isn't any Mega Man game I've ever seen. Like, this for this Genesis, and I'm like, ooh, I really need to play this. Nope, can't play it. But yeah. Alright. Proto's here again. Don't know if we have a skip for this or not, but it's fine. So, Dr. Y now is the commander of the mech machine once again. We're gonna shoot his thighs. There's a task strat you can do with Rush Jet and just blast through his face, but I don't feel like doing that to this. I don't want to play this risky. Very risky, at least. No hitboxes, be with me, please. That's done. Now we can switch to fire and let's just slide in the corner. Trust me, this does something. Just trust me on this. This actually does something. I don't know what you need. This does something. Trust me. It does. Yeah, it does that. We want him to punch us so we can get up on him and just shower him with hits and smack. And now it's time for the final phase. Time is coming up soon. Give your countdown. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, 5 hit, 6 hit. Time's coming up. 3, 2, time. GG. So that is Mega Man: The Wily Wars or Rockman Mega World. Let's sit back and watch as Dr. Wily scrambles off in pain.
Awesome. Thank you so much for such a good run. That was great, man. It was a lot of fun to watch. I've getting to see all these kind of games in succession was really, really nice. How'd you feel about the run?
I am actually extremely happy about this because after not playing this game for like a solid 4 weeks and getting a time only a minute 50 off for my PB is actually insanely good. Especially only for a couple deaths too.
Yeah, no, overall that was great. Well, getting ready to move on to our next run here. Stay tuned, everybody, because in about 5 minutes we're going to start our new Ghostbusters 2 run by DNK Cafe. This is